The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
What's going on, everybody? Jason is here. I am joined today by Gia. Justin couldn't make it. He's feeling a little under the weather. Gia is one of the stars of the new show that's on Amazon Prime right now called Chaser. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Busy day?
Very, yes.
Yeah, you look like you've been busy.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So I want to talk about Chaser, but I have to ask you a question because I'm always curious about, the beginnings and stuff. So what got you into wanting to be an actress? Was there a particular movie or just what's the story behind that? Like, what made you really want to do this?
So I grew up in school theater. I was kind of a geek growing up. So I read every book that ever came across my path or that I could find. And I felt like movies was watching TV and film was where the books came to life outside of my own head. So I was always fascinated and loved the creative world. And then school theater is something that just happened at my school. It was just something that I got involved in. And yeah, I never thought of it as a career ever in my life growing up in Toronto. We didn't have much of a film industry at that time before. This is like before credits and all that stuff came to the country the way it is now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So I was looking at your IMDb. This is my last question before we get to Chaser. And I saw that you had an uncredited appearance in Rush Hour. Now, I want to know, as an actress and being like your first time out, I know the role probably wasn't super big. What was that experience like walking onto a huge set like that?
So it was a little overwhelming because it was, oh my God, that was like, I think I had just been in LA for like a month and I was with a modeling agency at the time. I hadn't even started with like the deep acting classes and everything. So I went to this huge cattle call basically for models at one of the studios in Culver City. And I was about to leave when the director came in and yeah, I didn't have a choice. I was embarrassed to leave. So I just went back in and they selected who they wanted to use for the film. And just going back and forth to set, I mean, it was a process. I was like, wow, I don't know. I just was very humble and quiet and I didn't know what to say. And I just listened and followed directions and did what I was supposed to. And yeah, they ended up using a little snippet of me in the final movie. So yeah, my manager at the time joked and said, "Oh my God, if you blink, you're going to miss you." I was like, then don't blink. But it was a great experience. Story.
Yeah, I bet it was like just being able to get that experience of being there and kind of seeing it from not in a huge role or huge sense, but you get to kind of just be there and in the moment and enjoy it. Don't have so much weight on your shoulders going into that first like set experience. Did you have any interactions with Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, or anybody?
With Chris Tucker, because I was in that scene where he walks into the dressing room and we're supposed to be in France and Paris. So we had to redo that scene many times. They had to redo the lighting. They had to set up the lighting from different angles. And it was a great learning experience because obviously it's a huge budget film and you're working with really great pros. And I just try to absorb everything I could and not be overwhelmed at the same time. But yeah.
So what was the process like on getting Chaser?
So Chaser came at a time where I was auditioning a lot and I was kind of getting bored with the kind of auditions I was getting. But you keep doing them as an actor and you keep, but I felt like it was a lot of the same stuff. And then Chaser came up and I was like, wow, this character is like kind of deep. Like she has many facets to her. She got me interested, to know more about her life and about the way that Daniel Romer had written her. And I went into the audition. I'd gone into that audition studio many times before. And I was so connected to her by the time I walked into the audition, that I don't know, I just felt like everything kind of was natural, how the process went. Daniel was very connected to the story, and he read opposite me on the camera, and we discussed the characters a bit. And I just almost felt like I was at home. It was like a comfortable feeling. Like when I go into my acting classes after, like, you get comfortable with people and everyone's there for the creative process, and you can feel that creativity around you. And I felt that when I went into the room with Daniel. So, yeah. Nice.
As an actress going into it, and they've chosen you and you're sitting down talking to Daniel, do you ask him, like, does this go into a season 2, 3? Like, where does this show go in the future? Just so you can kind of have it in the back of your head? Or do you just happy with it and just go with the day and see what happens?
Well, when it first started, when the audition first came, it was for an independent film, for a lower budget independent film and SAG. So I didn't think there were going to be episodes, and I didn't think it was going to turn into a series, and I didn't think it was going to be continued. So I had no idea even to ask those questions. I was like, let's do the most we can with this story. And yeah. And then all these years later, we're like, oh my God, okay. Is there a part 2? Now I'm asking those questions because yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've interviewed Daniel. He's from Ohio too, same with us. And we interviewed Russ. And it sounds like you guys had a great time making this on set.
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, I saw your interview with Russ today. I haven't seen
Daniel comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it comes out. Okay, that's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Russ was a super nice guy. I'm glad that you guys, had this experience. Do you have any fun stories from set?
Well, there was this one day that we were shooting, and it was a very emotional scene. It was the dream scene when Russ has like a nightmare when he's dreaming. And I had come with what I had prepared, and I almost was a little, okay, so we were shooting, and then Russ, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to traumatize him. This is such an emotional scene. So I kind of just dabbled in how far I wanted to go when we first started shooting. And then Daniel Romer was like, oh my God, he just went, he talked to me on set the way my acting coaches talk in class. And he just basically gave me permission to like, just go for it. And I think I traumatized Russ a bit, and he posted it on his Instagram, but I think it was all good. It all matched what was happening in the story. But
it's such a relatable story too. We've all had those moments where we're like, man, I wish I could just edit this moment out and just go back like 20 minutes and not say that thing I said, because we all do silly things throughout the day. And it's fascinating to think of what's the consequence for changing that thing. It seems like it wouldn't be huge in this short amount of time, but it could be. It's fascinating. The whole idea of this concept is fascinating.
Yeah, because you can't take back and re-edit things in life. Once
what was it?
They're said, and you're like, yeah.
What was the call like when you found out I was going to be on Amazon?
Oh, I think it was pretty recent, actually, and I was completely shocked. I was really happy, but I was like, oh my God, what? Like, out of where? And I was shocked first when they said they were turning it into a series. And the editing was incredible. And I'm like, wow, like, I don't understand that. I'm not the editor. So when I saw what they did with the project, I was like, this is incredible. This is like, yeah, I was very impressed. And I was very excited for it to be on Amazon, because now I'm like, at least people can see something. Another thing.
So I'm curious, as a film fan, do you guys have to have different talks once it changes from a movie to a TV series? Like, do new contracts have to be made, or is that just all carried over? You don't have to go into too much detail about it. I'm just kind of curious about that.
Yeah, so that's a great question. I'm still new to that also, because this is the first time I've gone into something where it changed after we've shot it. So I was asked to sign another contract after it went this way. Yeah.
That's awesome. It makes sense because you're going into a different kind of medium. And I'm super excited for you guys because I've been catching up on a lot of Daniel's stuff and seeing some of his works. And I hope this goes on for a while because it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people, at least so far that I've met from the cast. And I got one more question because my guys will get mad if I don't ask you about your experience on what we do in the shadows.
I love the show. I was really excited to get the audition. I auditioned for a couple different roles. But yeah, I wish I had the opportunity earlier in the season because they were almost finished. But oh my gosh, like you show up and it's a whole day of like prosthetics and all that stuff for your teeth. And they really do an amazing job. And yeah, I felt like the day that I was shooting, it felt almost like you were walking into a haunted house. They had the smoke, the lights, it was creatures everywhere. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it's incredible. That show they did a great job. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Gia. Where can everybody find you online?
I'm on Instagram at Gia Bay. I'm on Facebook. You can search Gia Bay. You'll find me. And I'm getting started with Snapchat and all that extra stuff, but I'm on LinkedIn and X and everything else. So
yeah, social media is a whole thing. It's exhausting.
I'm still learning. Yeah.
But everybody out there, go check out Chaser. It's on Amazon Prime right now. Thank you so much, Gia. It was a pleasure to getting to know you and talking.
Thank you, Jason. Have a great day.
Everybody like, comment, subscribe. Bye.
Ever notice how ads always pop up at the worst moments? When the killer's identity is about to be revealed. During that perfect meditation flow. On Amazon Music, we believe in keeping you in the moment. That's why we've got millions of ad-free podcast episodes, so you can stay completely immersed in every story, every reveal, every breath. Download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.